In the thick of the Eastern Division race, they were the preseason favorite to win the championship. In the West, the Steamers, we are happy to report, the club on top at 17-10, 7 over 500. Kansas City has a game back. The Comets are hosting Los Angeles at home tonight. Wichita is 4 games back of St. Louis. The Wings are hosting the Pittsburgh Spirit at the Kansas Coliseum. The other ball game this evening involves Phoenix. As you see, 10-14, the Phoenix Pride will be at Cleveland this evening. And so there is a busy schedule. The Major Indoor Soccer League this evening. The Steamers hoping to increase that 1-game lead over the Kansas City Comets at this time. Officials for this evening games, Jeff Mantell, Toro Skabrichin are the primary officials. Joe Manfra, the man on, well, he'll be the man on the penalty box. Joe Manfra, M-A-N-F-R-E, and those are the officials tonight. Bob, this is a very important game from the Steamers' standpoint because obviously, Kansas City and Wichita are both at home tonight, while the Steamers are on the road, and those are two clubs that seldom lose at home.
Yeah, and we happen to be playing the toughest ball club right now in the Eastern Division. Baltimore winning 5 in a row. They're going for 6, and I think they've been averaging something like 8 or 9 goals a game, so they're really on a hot streak.
St. Louis Steamers will move from right to left and have the opening kickoff. Sammy Bick plays it down the left wing corner. Defending there is Heinz Wirtz for the Baltimore Ball Club. Checking is Bob McGavin, and he gets it back to his goalkeeper. Scott Manning is the man in goal, and so it'll be controlled by Baltimore on a St. Louis foul here in the early going. Scott Manning played well in the All-Star game the other night. Plays it on the far side. Down comes from the near side for McGavin, number 2. He's down the right wing. Don Ebert defending there. McGavin at the right point. Taken away by Jeff Cacciatore on the near boards, and Don Ebert tried to bring it down the left side and stepped right on top of the ball. Now McGavin tries to play it off for Heinz Wirtz. All-star midfielder Daryl Duran took it away. Now he loses it back to Heinz Wirtz at midfield. Down the field it goes, and Carl Rose has it for the Steamers on the near side. He switches it. Sammy Bick. We are 50 seconds into the game. Sammy down the right wing for Jeff Cacciatore. Catch playing it in the corner. Daryl Duran failed to run on to that pass. Cacciatore kept it in play and now intercepts. Jeff looking for Bick at the point. Sammy, one touch to his right. Tried to set up for the shot. Now they clear it off for Dave McWilliams. Dave McWilliams down the left wing. A shot and a save by Carl Rose. A header as Wirtz is in there on the left wing. And Wirtz trying to get it back to the point for Daryl Duran. Daryl doing a good job defending there and turns it upfield nicely for Sammy Bick. On the left side for Don Ebert. Bob, this Baltimore team loves to counterattack, and they are very dangerous with very swift players and very skilled players. And one of the quickest, Paul Kitson, just stepped on the floor as Scott Manning stops Redmond Lane. On the left side, Redmond at the point. McGavin watching him. Redmond lost control, and Dave McWilliams gives it back to his defender. And the Blast will now reform the attack, and one of the quickest players in the league is Paul. Duran's shot deflected wide. Ebert in front. Bellinger. Oh, a good save by Manning. Duran the rebound, and Machia blocked that one. Steamers have had some good scoring chances here in the first 7 minutes of the game. Now another shot by Duran is blocked. It goes all the way downfield where Neo Cohen picks it up. Bob, the Steamers have looked impressive so far in the offensive end. That time they used the boards very well.
And playing good 1 and 2 touch, and they're taking their time. If they've been caught in the corners with not a good play, they'll pull the ball all the way back and go to the other side. Ball possession is very important here, especially against Baltimore.
Slobo stepped up over the first red line and played it all the way down into the right wing corner. Paul Kitson, the swift one of Baltimore, picks it up there. Gives it on the near side for Juan Carlos Machia. Halfway through the first quarter now, we are scoreless in Baltimore. Paul Kitson on the near side for Ray Kunovats, number 4. On the near boards, Pat Erkley against Bellinger. Machia forced by Ebert back to his goalkeeper, Manning. Erkley far side. Back to Manning one more time. Good hustling and marking up front by Don Ebert here as he forces Baltimore to play it around on the defensive end. Machia ahead for Kitson. Redmond Lane was defending on his back, and referee Jeff Mantell was there to make the call. Machia hit one high and wide on the ensuing free kick as they took the restart very quickly. Redmond Lane, long ball up the left wing. Diego Pesa does well to knock it down. Pesa loves to shoot. Lets one fly, blocked out the defense. Baltimore comes back the other way. That was Ray Kunovats stepping in front of that shot, Bob, and he immediately went to the bench.
That was about 4 shots they blocked already this first quarter. You know, they're giving us a lot of space. They're not marking tightly on us, and that's why we've been successful. Conversely, we have been doing a real good job on defense. We're marking up, we're matching well, and especially those players in our box, we're on them very, very tight.
Long ball down on goal. Slovo grabs it off the foot of Scott Manning. He plays it up for Pesa. Diego Pesa traps it to midfield, number 16. Right side ball for Redmond Lane. Redmond turns it to the right wing corner, being defended there by Bob McGavin. Gets it back from Ty Keogh in the corner. Ty waits at the point to see if Redmond can get it back to him. Tries to return it. Redmond in traffic, knocked down. Keogh gets up with it, cleared to midfield, and Carl Rose keeps it in play. A couple of headers on the near boards, and Diego Pesa went hard into Nick Mangione. It'll be a free kick for Baltimore as the referee was there, and they took the quick read down. Ball cleared away by Heinz Wirtz. Here comes a run down the right side by Pat Ercole. Ercole wide of the goal. Ball is loose in front. Oh, a great save by Pesa, I believe, or else Carl Rose did knock it away. But we had a foul on the Baltimore attacker anyway. It would not have been a goal. Ray Kunovat's the man who gave Diego Pesa a pretty good whack into the boards right there. But, Bob, you like to see a forward back helping out on defense, and Pesa has looked very good in his first quarter with the Steamers here this evening.
Playing both ends of the floor, and you have to do that. Not only offensively takes people on, but he's playing good defensive ball games. Saved a possible goal right there. Slovo a little mixed up.
Ball is out of bounds. It'll be a St. Louis kick-in with 1:46 remaining. We'll take a timeout. We are scoreless from Baltimore, and this is St. Louis Steamer Soccer. Left wing ball by St. Louis. Redmond Lane tried to get it. Defensive play made by Baltimore's Tim Whitman. Blast coming quickly down the left wing with Ray Kunovat. At the point, might be Dave McWilliams now dumping it off for Whitman. On the far side, Timmy Walters defending. Baltimore has not been able to build up very much this evening and get the Steamers trapped in their own defensive end. This time they're trying to do so. Nick Mangione, number 19, plays it off for his man Heinz Wirtz. On the near side, Davey McWilliams, number 6. McWilliams tried to angle one in. Timmy Walters there in a defensive position. Heads it out to midfield. We've got 1:05 left in a scoreless first quarter.
They've got a lot of switching of sides now. Both midfielders are switching on sort of a next pattern, and then they're trying to drop that defender on an overlap coming from the backside.
Oh, McWilliams, nice back heel in the corner for Whitman. His pass in front, controlled and cleared by the St. Louis defense. Long ball by McGavin up over the top. Mangione against Sammy Bick. Sammy completely outmuscled him. Ball is back to midfield, where Baltimore's Heinz Wirtz will control right at the midfield circle. Clock running with 35 seconds left first quarter. On the right side, McGavin at the point against Ty Keogh. Off the boards in front. Carl Rose cleared it away. Baltimore said he put his hand on the ball, and they may have been right. Shot, ooh, just high and wide by McGavin. Redmond Lane will control the rebound. Ahead for Walters. Uh-oh, Redmond took a hard shot along the boards by Tim Whitman. That's going to be a penalty against Baltimore. Whitman played Redmond Lane and completely forgot about the ball, Bob, and he whacked him into the boards pretty well, and Redmond's going to be okay. St. Louis will have the man advantage.
The ball was already gone. Timmy Whitman just forced him up against the board after the ball was gone. He may have been thinking that he was going to play a wall pass because the ball was gone. Redmond Lane had delivered the ball to Timmy, and I think Whitman thought, well, he's going to go down the boards. I'll just cut him off.
St. Louis this year in power play situations, 23 goals in 73 attempts, 31.5%. Baltimore has allowed 25 goals in 74 man-short situations, 66.3% efficiency. Daryl Duran, Redmond Lane, Ricky Davis, the men out on top. Don Ebert and Timmy Walters in front. Around to Ebert, off the boards. Redmond Lane, a shot and a block by the defense. Redmond had to go high in the air to pull it down, and Bob McGavin had time to step in front of it, and that is the end of the first quarter of play. The Steamers' power play will carry over for 1:44 into the second quarter, but we are scoreless after 15 minutes of play here in Baltimore. Dave Clemens will talk some strategy here after the first quarter of play. We'll be back with more in a moment from the Baltimore Civic Center. This is St. Louis. 15 games over 500, his lifetime record in the MISL as far as coaching. Bob Burnett, as usual, I will ask you at this time for your analysis of the first quarter of play.
The big key is our defense. We've really shut them off. You said shut them off during the commercial. What we're doing is taking the play away from their up men Stamankovich, Davey Williams, when he's in there, we're not letting them get the ball. They're trying to play the ball at their feet. We're anticipating taking the ball away from them, so consequently they're changing tactics. Now they're trying to go over the top and catch us one-on-one. The other thing they're trying to do also is switch sides, play the ball wide, and hit the defender coming from the back. But our guys are doing a great job of not ball watching, but we're playing the man first, the ball second. So far, we haven't made a defensive mistake. Offensively, we've had great ball movement. We're running well off of the ball, and we're hitting that open man. It hasn't been a great offensive game from the standpoint of shooting, but I think we've had the better of the first half.
The man in the penalty box is Whitman, Tim Whitman, the defender who whacked Redmond Lane into the boards. I think Redmond's going to be okay. He must be, because he's out on the power play to play the left point. St. Louis has a man advantage for 1:44 as we open up the second quarter, but bear in mind, the most dangerous man for scoring shorthanded goals in MISL soccer is on the floor. That is Paul Kitson, number 7. He picks up a loose ball in midfield. Down the right wing. He's dangerous. Shot, well, you can kiss that one goodbye up onto the stage. About 30 rows up, all the way back to the parking garage, and St. Louis will have
Ricky Davis really unloaded with a right foot. In fact, he almost knocked Manning down. He hit a ball, although Manning had to extend himself. I don't think the ball knocked him out of the head. If he don't go up in the air, it's in.
Score! Heinz Burt's off a dead ball situation for Baltimore. They chipped one up over the top in front of the penalty area. It got over the attacker, and then Heinz Burt's hit a volley, and Baltimore takes a 1-0 lead 1:45 into the second quarter.
We were there. We just couldn't quite get the ball. He made a good play. Turner hit the ball first time. And he's been on a hot streak.
Paul Kitson will get the assist on the free kick. So at 1:45 of the second quarter, the Baltimore Blast takes a 1-0 lead for the St. Louis Steamers. Heinz Wirtz, it's his 16th goal of the year. Paul Kitson got the assist. It's his 16th assist. Cacciatore tries to play it around the boards away from the keeper. Manning on the near side for Juan Carlos Mejia. So it took better than 16 minutes of the game, almost 17, but Baltimore draws first blood. Whitman, they play to midfield. Sammy recovered well to take it away from Dave McWilliams, but he was called for a foul. But you don't mind seeing that when your folks are out hustling the other guys. And Baltimore will have a free kick at their own red line now. 8:35 left. Second quarter, Blast 1, Steamers nothing. Down the right wing, Danny Counts now. His first appearance in front. McWilliams, and a goal, Mangione.
Slobo was there. It looked like he stumbled. It looked like he had the ball. The ball came off of the glass, and I thought, sure, Slobo was going to get it. It looked like, well, I'll tell you what happened. I think his left foot caught on that rug, because that rug came up and sort of just, he was going for the ball. He got caught up on that rug, and just enough to delay the ball. Him getting the ball was right there, left foot. Bad break.
We were looking at the turf on this field before the game. It is one of the worst-looking turfs in the league. And that time, it literally reached up and grabbed Slobo's foot and did not help at all. Mangione the goal, his 8th of the year. I believe McWilliams will get the assist at 6:33. So the Steamers have not taken advantage of numerous chances. Baltimore's had 2, and they've cashed them both. Penalty area, top of the arc. Redmond Lane, left side, Taikio. Redmond tries to center, knocked away by Heinz Wirtz. Taikio tries to play it in. Scott Manning almost got outside of his penalty area before he picked that ball up. Up the right wing, Danny Counts. Down the right wing. Counts, former St. Louisan. Back in midfield. On the left wing, ball played around the boards. Sammy Bick out hustling Dave McWilliams, who is obstructed. What do you suspect the Steamers will attempt here on the dead ball situation?
I've been watching him down in the box. I'll tell you, it looks like they're making up a play on sandlot football. Ebert's giving some directions. Davis is giving some. I don't know what they're going to do right now. It looks like they might try to play the ball back and shoot long.
Daryl Duran shoots it in off the boards. Ebert trying to get the rebound, and Manning picks it up. So with 10 seconds remaining, that'll just about kill away the first half of play. Tim Whitman on the far side. For Bob McGavin, back to Juan Carlos Mejia with 3 seconds left. This will do it. Manning clears it away, and we have played 30 minutes of indoor soccer in Baltimore. and the Steamers have been kept off the scoreboard on the road. They added Diego Pesa today for scoring punch, with Tony Glavin still hurting from that knee injury, but nothing doing so far scoring-wise. Bob, quickly, your comments on the first half.
Well, about the same as they were at the end of the first quarter. I think we're playing very, very well. Defensively, you can't play much better than we have played. We're not letting their forwards turn, and that's important. They have to play the ball back. We're marking them up. Offensively, I'm trying to say that we're not strung out. We're compact. Our forwards are here, and we're getting good support from the backs and the midfielders in the backside, and it's very important. I just think we have to finish. Timmy Walters so close so many times. Those are my comments for whatever it was. I just think we're playing great.
Steamers, as Bob says, they're playing well, but do not have anything to show for it. We played 30 minutes of indoor soccer at the Baltimore Civic Center. Baltimore leading the St. Louis Steamers by a score of 2-0. You folks on television have the Budweiser Sports Break coming up with Jim Duff. Stay tuned for that. He's got an interesting Steamers feature for you at halftime. Jim and I will talk about highlights a little bit later on. You folks on radio, stay with us. We'll be talking more about the first half coming up in just a moment. Last two. Steamers nothing after 30 minutes of play. From Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamers Soccer.
Good evening. Welcome to Sports Break. We're at halftime of the Steamers-Baltimore game. Let's update that score for you. Kind of bad news right now. Baltimore on top, 2-0 over the Steamers at the half. Other games around the MISL this evening, a couple of them. Phoenix, Cleveland, no score there in the first period. That game just started, as has this one. Los Angeles, Kansas City, no score in the first. Pittsburgh, Wichita, they play a bit later on tonight. The St. Louis Blues have the night off following last evening's loss to the Philadelphia Flyers. Tomorrow evening, the Blues play the hottest team in hockey at the arena, the Washington Capitals. Okay, let's check the NHL from tonight. A couple of games for you. Minnesota on top of Buffalo 2-1. They're in the first period. Quebec, Winnipeg play later on tonight, as do Boston, Edmonton, and Pittsburgh and Vancouver. It was not a great day for the U.S. Olympic team today. The one bright spot, though, the U.S. hockey team closed out its Olympic season with a victory. A tough luck day for the United States women's ski team at the Winter Games. Tamara McKinney of Squaw Valley, California, and Christian Cooper of Sun Valley, Idaho, both took spills in the women's slalom event, clearing the way for Italy's Paoletta Maggioni to win the gold medal. France won the silver medal. Liechtenstein took the bronze. Now, despite not finishing her run today, Tamara McKinney sounded almost relieved.
I'm just going to have fun at the end of the season. There's been so much, there's so many races and so much hype, and no time to rest or think.
Kristen Cooper, coming off a silver medal finish in Monday's giant slalom, was clearly disappointed in today's performance.
I was really looking forward to this race a lot, and again, I made some mistakes in the giant slalom that made me, a little bit dissatisfied, although I'm very happy with what I did, but I felt, okay, now here's my chance to really show what I can do, and it's a little disappointing not to get that chance.
In hockey, the U.S. closed out a disappointing Olympics by beating Poland 7-4 today. The defending gold medalist won just 2 of 6 hockey games this time around. One other hockey game today. The Czechs shut out Sweden 2-0 the score in that game. Okay, we are going to take a short break right here, but when we come back, you'll meet a Steamer who suddenly has found himself playing the role of captain, Sammy Bick. And that'll be coming your way right after you see this. Notice him, but game in and game out, Sam Bick does the job and does it very well. In the past, he was a type of player who let his actions speak louder than words. But this season, things have changed just a bit. Now that Steve Petcher is injured, Sam Bick is wearing the captain's armband and providing leadership both on and off the field.
Who's on there? Who's on TV?
Mom?
Meet the Sam Bick family. Of course, there's Sam, the 29-year-old Steamer defender from DeSmet High School, and there's wife Mary Beth, whom Sam met while both attended Quincy College. And then there's the newest addition, 18-month-old Brian, who not only looks a lot like his father, but also exhibits at least as much energy as his soccer-playing daddy does during a Steamer game. In fact, trying to interview Sam or Mary Beth at times bordered on the impossible. You see, Brian is tougher to cover than Tony Glavin and Ricky Davis combined.
Then it wasn't a... So that it doesn't suffer. And
He always says boom
encouragement is certainly something I've always...
in the past. But I think he goes over...
Brian, how are we supposed to concentrate?
You're doing good. I can't believe you're not.
You have to figure that if Sam can keep up with a little guy like Brian, then covering a Stan Stamenkovich or a Craig Allen would be no problem. And usually, it isn't. Steamer fans have come to appreciate Sam and the way in which he marks an opponent right out of the game. In fact, the whole Bick family plays defense. Sam on the field and Mary Beth in the stands covering Brian.
I understand Brian goes to the games with you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us what that's like?
Well, then I don't get to see the game.
He has a lot of energy acting right now.
Yeah. Then I don't get to see much of the game because he watches pretty much of the game, but he's trying to sneak up the stairs on me and other various things like you're seeing right now.
Yeah, you have to bring the crackers along.
yeah. But, no, I don't get to see much of the game, and he comes along. But he does enjoy it, and so I do get a kick out of bringing him. And everyone else around me knows his name. I don't think they know who I am, but they all know Brian. So.
They all know Brian's daddy, too. Now in his 5th year with the Steamers, Sam Bick would be perfect for the story of local boy makes good. He first began kicking a soccer ball in grade school, then in high school at DeSmet. After that, it was off to Quincy College, and from there, Minnesota and San Jose in the North American Soccer League. Finally, Sam latched on with the Steamers and completed his dream of playing soccer in his hometown. Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. Should have been somebody else.
They're all behind you all the way, and really when they point out some of your mistakes during the game, it's more to just grind it a little bit and get a little laugh out of you than anything else. And they're all very, very supportive. They're all very glad of where I'm at and the fact that I am from St. Louis. And I think they're rather proud that they know someone personally that is playing on the Steamers. And you know, it's good to have them in the stands game after game.
Fans who followed Sam's career may notice a difference in number 17 this season. He's more outgoing, more animated on the field, mainly because he's wearing the captain's armband now that Steve Petcher is on the sidelines.
It hasn't changed my game at all. I view it as a temporary position until Steve Petcher recovers from his broken leg and he's back playing on the field. And during that period, I think all it really means for me is to be a little bit more verbal in my leadership. I think I've always been a person that leads by example more than by cheerleading or verbal enthusiasm. And I think I've tried to step that up a little bit and be more verbal about the way I feel and my emotions on and off the field. And
he may be more emotional, but basically Sam Bick remains unchanged, still playing the same aggressive brand of soccer as always. However, maybe one thing is different. Not only is he receiving applause from hometown fans for a job well done, but also from his little look-alike. And if you're Sam Bick, you couldn't ask for anything more. Okay, now let's go to Bob Carpenter and get an update on tonight's game. Bobby, I'm not liking what I see out there in Baltimore. This could very easily be Steamers on top 3-2 instead of Baltimore on top 2-0. You hate to see a team play well, yet go in at halftime without any goals.
You're exactly right, Jim. It could be a Steamer lead at this time, and really, Baltimore's taken advantage of the only 2 scoring opportunities they have had in the first half here tonight. The Steamers have been very unlucky not to get on the board, not once or twice, but 3 or 4 times in the first half of play. The scoring summary, Heinz Wirtz got his 16th of the year at 1:45 of the second period. Nick Mangione got his later on, his 8th of the year, and so we've got a 2-0 lead. Let's take a look now at that second goal. It was a ball off the boards that David McWilliams just got a piece of. Mangione was off balance, but he managed to get himself up in the air and volley it into the net. And as you may have been able to see on the replay, Slobo looked like he got his foot caught in the turf, as Bob Burnett had alluded to in that second half action or second quarter action, and that was very unlucky for the Steamers. So, Jim, right now the guys are playing very well from Baltimore. It's just a matter of being unlucky at this time and not able to stick it into the net. Hopefully a lot more coming up in the second half in terms of goals. So that'll pretty much do it for halftime from Baltimore.
Okay, Bobby, still plenty of time. Let's turn this thing around in the second half. How about it?
You got it. It sounds good.
Thank you much. That's going to do it for Sports Break this evening. Our next show will be February 29 when the Steamers play in Tacoma. Now stay tuned for more soccer action. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim.
Careful here.
Corner kick. Scoops it up, and Bellinger knocked it away. Kitson shot hit Ty Keogh all the way down the floor. Timmy Waller's going to pressure the keeper here, who hands it right to Neil Cohen. Neil ahead for Ty Keogh in midfield. Ty in the midfield area. Ahead for Timmy Walters. Timmy somehow got it between two defenders. Ahead for Davis. Ricky was, well, I don't know if he was pulled down from behind. He was leaning in pretty well, and he and Kunovats both went down. Kitson back the other way. Right side, Ercole. Turns Keogh. Ty, good defensive play to knock it away. At the red line, Juan Carlos Mejia. Stamenkovic, look out, folks. The magician is at work. Scoops it up over everybody. I guess sometimes he even fools his own teammates. We get a foul on the near boards by Timmy Walters. Juan Carlos Mejia will get up slowly. It'll be a Baltimore free kick. 4:08 left before we head to the fourth quarter. Out on top to Mejia from the free kick. Kitson heads it in. Bellinger clears it away. Stamenkovic was holding Tony. And it'll be a free kick for St. Louis as Tony hustled and got the 50-50 ball for St. Louis. Stan Stamenkovic at midfield. Defending now as Timmy Walters brings it up. Walters right point. Neil Cohen straight ahead for Timmy. Top of the penalty area. Kitson knocks him off the ball. Can't get over how much Paul Kitson's defending tonight. On the near side, Stamenkovic. Up across the red line. Ercole at the point. Stamenkovic against Keogh. Stepping on the ball. Shot. Oh, what a save by Slobo. I tell you, is he something else? I'm talking about Stamenkovic. Slobo as well. He took a dive that time, and they fell for it. They know it. Ty Keogh says, nice dive. I'll give you a 6.5 on that one. Quick restart. I think the Yugoslavian judge would have given him a perfect 6-0. Left now in the third quarter of play. So it appears that, barring a miracle here, the Steamers will go to the fourth quarter still looking for that first goal.
In St. Louis, a couple of those balls that we hit over the top made it stayed in play. Our glass is higher than it is here at Baltimore, and that may be a little different. We'll just have to bring the ball down a little bit, play it lower.
Scott Manning in his own penalty area. Got it back from Mejia. Plays it up over two lines. Ebert with the steal of midfield. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Tie for Ebert. 1 second. We're out of time in the third quarter of play. Donnie Ebert had a good-looking run going down the right wing, but he ran out of time, and so have the Steamers here in the third quarter of play. We've got 15 minutes of indoor action left here in Baltimore. After 45 minutes of play, Dave Clemens, St. Louis Steamers still down by a couple. Kenny Cooper's Baltimore Blast leads it 2-0. Back with more from the Baltimore Civic Center in a moment. This is St. Louis Steamers. Took it away, breakaway, Jeff Cacciatore, right down the left side, and on goal, hit it wide, rebound, no goal. Sammy Bick couldn't reach it. Jeff hit it high and wide to the left. Here comes Kitson back the other way, shot, deflection, score. Dick Williams has Slobo down, and Baltimore gets it. And are they going to allow it? Yes, they will. 3-0 Baltimore. Slobo was down and got beat from an impossible angle.
Paul Kitson, great speed. He hit the ball right at Slobo. He came out. Davey McWilliams made a great play. He hit a bouncer with his right foot, got his left shoulder down, put it in. It's a shame because we had a chance to come within one when we had to break away with Jeff. Kitson with the great speed, boy. He hit a good ball. Slobo was there. I think McWilliams got a piece of it at first and just followed it up and put it in with his right foot. Slobo was down on one knee, couldn't do anything.
Bob, I think everybody relaxed after he missed the first shot. They didn't think there was any way he was going to knock that ball back into the net. Jeff Cacciatore in the breakaway just couldn't stick it in.
He came right at him. He tried to put it in the left side. he might have been able to get a little bit closer because the keeper went down, and then he could have mounted to dribble him. But, of course, it's easy to say. He did the right thing. He hit the ball just crank as well as anybody and score.
Ty Keogh will take the free kick. Sammy Bick, Bellinger, Davis, Ebert, Duran, all the guns are out there. Baltimore in a 5-man defense. Here comes Sammy. 4 minutes remaining. St. Louis has the extra attacker on. Bick on the right point for Bellinger. Sammy, left point, Ty Keogh. Corner for Ebert. Bick at midfield. Keogh down the left wing in the corner, looking to center it. Did so weakly, and Ray Kunovats put it up into the stands. It'll be a St. Louis kick-in on the far side. With 3:38 remaining. Ty Keogh for Sammy Bick. Bick, right point, Bellinger. In the corner, Davis. That angle, centered it across the goal mouth, score!
All right,
Daryl Duran. It was a mistake by Ray Kunovats of Baltimore. He gave the ball right to Daryl, and Daryl slammed it into the roof of the net. 3-1, St. Louis finally scored.
We had him chase him a little bit. We got the ball in the corner. Ricky, nice play. There was that what we call a garbage goal. That should have been cleared, but was not. And Duran in there where he should have been to follow it up, and that's what we've got to do. Just anticipate that they're going to make some mistakes. And that's what happened there. Get the ball in the corners and play it across the box, and let's just flood in there.
That is Daryl's second sixth attacker goal of the year and the 7th of the year for St. Louis. Steamers get the free kick quickly. Daryl Duran back in midfield for Ty Keogh. They hand it right to Duran, top of the penalty area. Daryl on the right point for Bellinger. 3:15 remaining. There is time. Ty Keogh, right point for Bellinger. Tony in the corner. Davis awaits. Tried to center it. Cleared away by Baltimore. Down the field with 3 minutes remaining. Boy, another goal would sure make things interesting, wouldn't it?
Right now, in the next 15 seconds, we're going to get that second goal.
Sammy Bick, Daryl Duran, left side Keogh, across the goal mouth, nothing doing. Baltimore clears it away. Tim Whitman. Davis got it back for Sammy Bick. Left side, Ty Keogh, 2:45 left. Long ball in. Ebert traps it off the boards. Donnie back out on midfield for Keogh. Sammy Bick, 2:35 left. Right side, Bellinger into the corner. Around, Davis trying to center. Does. Duran couldn't get there. Cleared away by Mangione in the Baltimore defense.
Still time, Bob.
2:20 remaining. Sammy down the middle. Right side, off the boards, cleared up into the stands. Who did hit last? They're saying it hit Ricky Davis. And the official, I believe, agrees, so it'll be a Baltimore kick-in. Good crowd here tonight. 11,685. It is a sellout.
We keep playing to our right side on that. We've got to change a little bit, change tactics. Maybe go to the post or try the left side or switch balls across field when we come down. But they're overloading now to their left side, overplaying.
Sammy Bick gets possession back for St. Louis. Down the middle of the field, Ty Keogh to his left. Ty makes a run to the corner to receive the ball off the boards. Ooh, knocked away by Counts. Daryl Duran got it. Daryl was fouled on the boards. 1:53 remaining. Ty Keogh wants another timeout. Steamers want to talk about it with 1:53 remaining. They will do so. So we will have a timeout on the field as the Steamers continue to ponder their sixth attacker strategy here. Another save by Manning. They kick it upfield. Bad ball by Juan Carlos Mejia over 3 lines. St. Louis will bring it back for another free kick with 55 seconds remaining. Steamers trail 2-0 at the half. Also at the end of 3. Teams have traded goals here in the fourth quarter. Sammy Bick, right side Bellinger. Shot, blocked out the defense, another kick in. I tell you, I don't know how many shots their defenders have blocked tonight, but I'd like to have a nickel for everyone. Bellinger will kick it in. Off the glass in front, swept away. Tony gets it to the corner. He was pushed into the boards by Tim Whitman. Another free kick for St. Louis. We're setting a new record for whistles here. Duran, the trigger man. Carroll centers it. Defender knocks it away at the point. Pesa off the chest, all the way back to Sammy Bick. Good play by Niego to keep possession. Bick, left point. Pesa, one touch. Back to Sammy on top. He's got Bellinger to his right. Tony in the corner. Ebert crosses it. Duran got a piece of it. Pesa knocks it down on the far boards. Back to Sammy Bick. 25 seconds left. Maybe not time to get two anymore. Hawkinson clears it away. 20 seconds remaining. Steamers looking for a quick one and a miracle here. At the right point, Bellinger. 12 seconds left. Shot high and wide. Rebound, Pesa into the stands. That'll do it. Goal kick, Baltimore. Scott Manning has been a good goalkeeper here in the fourth quarter. He was not tested that severely until then, but he's played awfully well here in the later stages of this game. Steamers are going to fall by a 3-1 score, it looks like. At midfield, in on goal, Baltimore shot into the stands. Goal kick with 2 seconds remaining. Steamers will fall to 17-11 on the year. Baltimore will improve to 19-11. We'll try to find out what happened in Kansas City and Wichita tonight. Let you know where the Steamers rank in the Western Division. Don't forget the Steamers will be home on Sunday afternoon to take on the Pittsburgh Spirit. It'll be a 2:05 kickoff at the arena. Goal kick, game is over. Baltimore beats St. Louis by a 3-1 score. Steamers averted the shutout late in the game with only 3:30 remaining on Daryl Duran's 9th goal of the year. But Dave Clemens' team experienced the familiar too little, too late, and did not have enough left to come back and tie the game, much less have a chance to win it. Baltimore Blast played good defense tonight and beat the Steamers on the road by a 3-1 score.